ready to open in 3, 2, 1. Roll the open.
Well. Come on inside and sit on down. It's time for yet another edition of The Late Game with both Pyrion and Dakota. Don't
Cheers.
drink with
Cheers, sorry. You're right. That's awfully rude of me.
Fantastic to be back. Another day of the International 9 in the books.
Oh, man.
And a lot of heartbreak, a lot of excitement, a new hero, an all-star game. It's been a crazy day.
It was a crazy day. I love eliminations. I know people don't like it, but when you've got winning something or coming second on the line, it's amazing. But when you've got staying in the tournament or going home, I feel like that's even more
Yeah.
nerve-wracking.
We're seeing the teams who are clearly achieving more than they could have ever expected, and when they bow out, they're just still so humble about it.
Yeah.
And then other teams which are the top of the line, and they are expecting to go all the way, and that's where the real heartbreak begins.
For
and
sure.
then the Fiend starts, which we're going to talk about.
Oh, we'll
a bit
talk all about
later.
the Fiend.
Special TI9 Fiend action going to be coming your way.
You did the All-Star game, didn't you?
I did do the All-Star game.
What do we think about All-Star games, like in general?
I think that we're going to need to kind of relook at the All-Star game and change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a bit tricky. You got players who may have just been eliminated participating, and the motives there
it's tough.
could be up in the air. It's hard.
I think it's an interesting conundrum, but it needs to be solved. It must be possible to have an all-star game that's like hype and close, because you've got all these talented players, but at the same time, like you said, sometimes the motivation for them is like, I just got knocked out of TI.
I mean, it was a bloodbath. I mean, if you like a bloodbath, that All-Star game was
got
for
a
you.
bloodbath, buddy.
It was quick, fast, and in a hurry, though, about 17 minutes, and suddenly I was just watching all the heroes dwindle away. I'm like, all right, that's how it's going to be, I guess. So
Crazy
good stuff. But we have some guests, and coming at you today, 2 different sets of two guests going to be coming.
But first, Dakota.
Oh, what's
Slacks
this?
gave us a piece of film.
Okay.
That he said that he'd been working on it all day. He was very proud of this content. He wouldn't tell us what it was. Let's go ahead and run the tape, Carl. Thank you.
All right.
Yep, dog.
I apologize for that unreservedly on behalf of myself and my co-host Dakota.
I'm
The
sorry.
hell was that?
I'm sorry. I just like, all right. I thought I was possessed there for a moment. I may have missed it. Can we check that again?
Yeah, let's run that again.
I don't
Carl,
know if I
just in
caught the whole
case.
thing. Are we able to run that again?
Yep, dog.
Okay, yeah, that is what I thought.
Yeah,
I saw.
no,
all right.
it was terrible.
All right, thank you, Slacks, for that. That was clearly a lot of effort, and I'm glad you shared it with us.
I don't
a
know
good
who
way
did the voiceover, because that wasn't Slacks' voice.
Was it not?
No.
Can we play it again? I want to hear it again. I'm not too sure.
This is not Slacks' voice. Listen
Is it not?
closely.
Okay.
Yep, dog.
That's not Slacks.
That's not Slacks.
That's they
Slacks
which means
unfortunately pulled someone into that.
Yeah, that means he said, I need you for some content. I need you to do a voiceover. And they thought, awesome, I get to do some voiceover work. And he was like, you just need to say, yip dog, like that. And then he put an echo on it. We'll have to find out more. He's poorly today. You could hear it in his voice.
Oh, man. But he's not stopping. The man goes ham regardless
The guy
of it.
never stops.
Yeah.
But he's not here tonight, so he does stop sometime.
But we got some other guests here tonight.
We do.
So let's go ahead and just bring them on out. We got none other than Gods and Lacoste, who are going to be joining us.
Boom.
So
Play
come on
the
up,
music.
gentlemen.
Play the music. There is no music.
Play
Get
the
out
music.
of
Cue the audience. Cue the lights. All right, nothing's working. Sit down, gentlemen. Fantastic to have you here. Lacoste, it's been so
Hello,
long.
Good evening. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
We talked together on the mic, probably half an hour.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you did the All-Star game as
Yeah, we
well,
did.
right?
Yeah.
What do you think about All-Star games?
Yeah.
For real or?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I think they could have played more seriously for sure. So we would have had much more time to have fun, but it was a bit way too short just running down mid. I understand that some of the players want to get maybe comfy in their beds and get some rest for tomorrow, especially for the players that are still in the tournament. And we had some that dropped out right before, so I understand.
Yeah.
We need more stakes in the All-Star match.
There
More
needs to be a
stakes.
stake.
Give them something to
Give
play
them
for.
stakes.
And forget money. Give them like a unique item. That's my idea. Give them a unique item that you can't get anywhere else. There's 5 of them in the world.
That's thinking.
They can sell them if they want. Then it is money, you know.
That is a good idea, actually.
That actually is.
Here's your-
Take note.
I've also heard maybe trying like caster all-star matches. Like imagine putting
yeah.
the English crew against the Chinese crew and the Russian crew
I will
all
say
together.
this.
I would love to play against
Yeah,
some of
but
the
would you
old,
rather-
old names from
Would
Dota
you
scene.
rather watch top-level pros doing exciting things or us lot? Not me, but, you know, casters. I'm wondering if the fans have the stomach for that. I know you guys want to do it.
I mean,
People wanna see
from what I've
Sunail.
seen in the social verse, some of them are calling out for
Oh,
that.
really?
Not bad at Dota if you're.
You're right. Why don't
Calling
you
us
guys?
out.
Why don't you guys go play in the international?
I've been there, done that.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think would take it though?
Who do I think would win?
Between those languages,
we were
they were
debating
all
this.
thrown out.
Everybody said the Chinese crew would destroy.
Yeah,
They
they
have
would. They would for
legends.
sure.
They
I
probably
mean,
would.
we would assemble a crew, have some fun, but we would get destroyed probably in 30 minutes.
I mean, they have like Zhao Wei and ZSMJ, and I think even Burning stopped on the panel.
Faith Bian, apparently, someone said so.
Yeah, they got all the best over
If there was something at stake, don't you think the talent lineups would then be based around which pros are currently available to work as talent and
Maybe-
win
maybe
the
we
All-Star?
don't
Be like,
want
Val,
that.
please invite this person as talent for our team.
Yeah, that's the real TI.
Yeah.
So we had some fun stuff today. Let's just get into it. A new hero was announced
Yeah.
today.
What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
what was
Spitfire.
Spitfire?
Spitfire.
Is that actually-
Spitfire.
Spitfire.
I like it. I
Okay.
first thought
Wait,
that I
was
had.
it Spitfire?
Was it Spitfire?
Spitfire sounds like some poison.
That's a
toxic thing.
plane.
Was it
Like the Spitfire is a plane, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's Spitfire.
I don't
Not
think it's
Spitfire?
Spitfire.
Well, what's the name then?
Well, let me check.
I didn't think it was
I think it's
Spitfire.
Toothless Rider.
No. It's something like that.
Well, based on the video and what we saw, she is clearly a character related to Timbersaw in some way. She's like anti-Timbersaw.
Okay.
And-
Loves the
Phone
trees.
signal.
Oh, I could just tell by the face and the ears. Like they were related, and they exchanged some words. She rides a mount. She has a dragon. I saw a machine gun. I saw cookies.
Yeah, cookies. What's the deal with the cookies?
People
I
are
don't know,
thinking
it's
it's
just
a
some
support.
grandma riding a dragon.
It's a grandma riding a
making
dragon.
cookies, probably selling them, so she has enough money to get the ulti. I don't know what the
Yeah.
idea behind it is. I'm trying
Something
to
on a Mother Goose,
Trying to connect.
sounds
My
like.
internet is really slow.
Oh, I haven't got my phone. I put it down.
Sounds like
well,
it's
it's
Spitfire until you
something
prove me wrong.
fire, isn't it? And I think it was something. It might have been something like Split. I thought it was, but that's also the name of a plane. The Spitfire was,
Yeah.
you know, a famous plane. Here we go.
Give it to us.
Snapfire.
Snapfire. My bad.
There we go. There we go.
Spitfire.
Snapfire.
We got there in the end.
Snapfire. Snap like the snap of a dragon. And yeah, I get it. Okay.
Interesting.
Don't we have enough dragons in Dota?
Well,
Can we ride something else?
how many dragons we got? We got Jakiro.
This is a
Kind of
contested
dragon.
topic. You know, what is a dragon? Is Winter a wyvern a dragon? You know?
Oh,
Well,
here we
Wyvern
go.
is like a
Wyvern
type
is
of
not a
dragon.
dragon.
All I've
that's a
heard is
different
Grant
type of
go on a
dragon.
1-hour trade about who isn't a
There's
dragon.
Dragon Knight, Jakiro.
Okay.
We're gonna say Wyvern.
Wyvern.
What about
Well,
Puck? Fairy
well,
dragon.
Fairy dragon.
Fairy
is a
dragon
kind
is a
of
Dota
dragon.
1 name, right?
Yeah, it's a kind of dragon.
Yeah, but was Fairy Dragon a dragon? Is Puck the Fairy Dragon? I don't know.
I would say yes.
I think
It's got dragon in the name.
Chuck a few more dragons.
Got any more Komodo dragon? I want to see some Komodo hype in the chat right now.
Not
Who's
too bad.
Komodo dragon?
Twitch emote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just
That's
love
my
the
favorite
emotes.
one.
Yeah, I know.
You love your emotes.
Yes, I do.
Say
That's
no
all
more.
I'm gonna say.
He does.
This man loves the meme.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I saw it. There's a
Cheers to
picture.
memes.
There's a picture in the WhatsApp group that we have of you with your eyes crossed with one of those hats with the propeller on.
Yeah, I was
What
not
was
trying
that
to
for?
cosplay ogre, but it actually looks really similar.
It's
And
just.
our IQs are probably the similar.
I love that picture so much, though. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh
It
every
happened
time I
during
see
the
it.
TI qualifiers. Had a lot of stuff there and back in the BTS offices. I love to come there, hang around, try some new outfits. Most of them look stupid, but
Yeah.
So last thing I want to say about the new hero is any wagers on what kind of class it's going to be or whatever? Is there a void missing? Like we need more cores or more supports or
I want to see more
like that.
carries. I don't
Or carry?
think she's necessarily a carry, but you haven't had any new carry heroes in a while.
well, you
All
could
the new
play
heroes
Dark
lately-
Willow as a carry when Aghanim Scepter was kind of broken.
But every
until
new
they
hero's
nerfed it.
been support or offlane.
What about Monkey?
Monkey's
Not
like,
the traditional carry.
that's true. He's not like a hard carry,
Right, right.
but yeah, he's kind of could be a carry, I guess.
Well, Dakota was saying, which Hon hero was it you were saying it reminded you of?
Uh,
Chipper?
I don't know. Yeah, kind of similar, I guess. I mean, they ride mounts,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
Could be a carry. Could be. Who knows? I mean, it's just the cookie thing to me made it seem kind of supporty. You know what I mean? If you're
Yeah.
giving cookies away, that's not.
But then she had the dragon machine gun thing going on.
Yeah,
so.
that's not supportive
Yeah.
like that. This
Yeah.
is some
I mean,
real
looking at
hard
it
stuff.
as a collection, I don't even know what kind of hero I would compare it to.
Yeah, I mean,
you got cookie supports, but then vicious machine guns, and then dragon goo.
Yeah.
Sounds like it could be really a bit of anything. That's
I mean,
Maybe it's one of those heroes that, I mean, when the hero comes out, it's probably going to be overpowered.
Oh,
so
of
everyone's
course
going
it'll
to
be
play
OP.
it. Yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
get some kind of arcana for him as well. You know, the classic stuff.
It's like
Of course.
Earth Spirit came out. Earth Spirit was super overpowered, so everyone would play it mid. And then it got nerfed a bunch. I was like, all right, got to play support now.
It takes a while to nerf the hero in the
Yeah.
like the balance. It takes 6+ months.
I mean, think how hard that must be. You invented a new hero and dropped it in. You've got to see all the things it interacts with. It's impossible to create something and just drop it in there and go, oh, it'll be perfect.
I mean, I understand that Ice Rock probably drops it overpowered on purpose so that people actually play it. Like, he wants people to play the hero and then he just nerfs it.
You need to see how they can play it, I think,
Yes.
and then balance around that, right? Yeah.
And likely not to just jump right into captain's mode, too.
We're
Which is a shame.
basically unpaid beta testers. That's what we are.
I mean, we download the beta. We're still playing the beta, so.
It's in beta,
we got.
guys. It's in beta.
All right, well, you guys seem like you know the heroes pretty good, right? There's a lot of them now. And, I think we're going to play a little game to
Yeah,
test
we
their
got a little
true
game.
hero knowledge, right?
You guys know Dota pretty well, huh?
Yeah.
Let's test your
I hope
artistic
so.
skills.
Oh.
We got a fun little game here we'd like to play. You guys are analysts. You know the game. You know the ins and outs. You know the heroes. You know what they look like. You've seen them so many times on the draft screen over and over and over again. Now, I want to see if you guys are going to be able to just kind of pull from straight memory what
man.
these heroes look like and try to recreate them on the board in front of you.
Let's,
Here you go,
let's just
Parker, if you
tip
need
out
to
all the
erase
pens and
Here's
then
all
make-
your
I don't know
colors.
if I'll need any erasing.
Here are
I'm,
your colors.
Modern day Picasso.
So we're going to give you guys a hero. Make sure the camera can't see what you're drawing, so hold your board
Yeah.
up, and then you will turn them around at the same time, and we will judge.
Are we drawing the same one?
You're going to draw the same
Oh,
hero.
competition.
Okay. So
We're going to fight over the colors?
no, you'd have to fight. You guys are cool. Just chill. It's all right.
No, fight, please.
But yes, please do.
I'm taking all the cool colors.
All right. Are you ready for the first hero? You don't know what the hero is. You might not need those colors.
Just preparing.
I'm giving back all the cool
Bob
colors.
Ross over here just lining
right.
up all of his blues.
First hero is, because he won the Arcana vote, Ogre McGee. Let's
on.
go. Draw Ogre.
I'm going
Ogre.
Ogre from memory.
From memory. He grabs the
Well, I
blue.
don't have a color
Go for
now.
purple. It doesn't matter. It's the lines, not the colors that matter.
So who wins?
We'll decide that. You haven't drawn anything yet, Lacoste.
Now you just do what we say while we sit here and drink beer. Ogre, I feel like, is probably one of the easier options to give.
Well,
Are you
you
drawing
think
the Arcana version of the ogre?
just draw. You haven't seen that yet, have you? Oh,
we're about to see
Oh, no,
some.
just
We're not
draw-
gonna
draw
spoil.
Ogre.
Yeah.
Draw
And
Ogre.
we want the full body, right? Not just like
Full
hero
body,
portrait.
beautiful
full body.
full body ogre.
Full body ogre. And you probably have
I don't know
like
if it'll
a
fit on
minute or
the,
two.
the tablet.
No pressure.
Yeah, we can wait. It's fine. Look at Parker drawing. Look at his little face.
Wait, I need to go vertical.
Oh, now he's rubbing it out.
All right, we're going vertical.
Careful.
How many legs does Ogre have again?
I was wondering the same. I was like, is it 2 legs? Shit.
It's
a two-legged
two legs,
creature,
I think.
for
but
sure.
It's from
He's talking
memory.
about-
He's a bipedal.
Did we talk at all about some of the potential ideas for the Ogre Arcana? I heard a really good one. I'm not sure if it was mentioned already. The idea of him being super intellectual.
Yes.
Like
His voice is suddenly like
suddenly
I
he's-
say.
yeah.
The odds of this are 1,000 to 1. You know, stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that might be
My
all right.
calculations, I feel like this multicast will be 4. And something like that.
Yeah, you could do something like that. I don't know if they
I mean,
could
he's
just add.
definitely gonna win because he has a blue color. He's just drawing the Ogre.
I know,
I
we're
mean, I
not
have
going to judge it based
all
on the color. Don't
shitty
worry.
colors. I have red.
I mean, I think the most obvious thing would be a third head.
A third head.
Yeah, and you'd have to get some new lines like "Where do you come from?" and stuff like
Would it
that.
be too
you know.
much to reduce it to one head? They don't call him twin-headed ogre.
No, that's true. But
It's not specified.
I think that the multiplicity of heads defines the hero. Multicast, multi-head.
He'll have double arms, like
yeah,
Goro of
yeah,
Mortal
4 arms,
Kombat style.
4 arms and
Yeah.
4 legs and an extra head.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Are
All
you
right,
guys
guys.
ready?
Wait,
You've
wait.
got 20 seconds.
All right, Michelangelo, you don't
20
have to be
seconds.
so good.
We're out of time.
Quick.
I haven't
5,
got a head yet.
4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Pens down.
Are you really?
All right. Let's have a look at Lacoste's first. Can we get this in?
that's
Here,
good,
you hold
that-
that up, Lacoste. Hold that up.
Yeah, that looks like
That's Lacoste's drawing.
two women stuck in a sweater together.
He has hair on his.
And let's have a
teeth.
look at-
It's a lot of hair.
let's have a look at
Really
Parker's.
Shrek looking.
Turn it around.
Oh wow!
Uh-huh.
Oh God, you're good.
He's got the nips and everything.
Yeah, he has. I'm gonna have to say I think Parker's won that one.
Parker may have taken this one.
Yeah,
Parker may have
okay.
taken this
I
one.
mean, I have to agree. I
can do
didn't
better.
finish
You
mine.
can do
Board
better.
shorts, does Ogre have board shorts?
There you go. Hold that.
I assume he does.
Does he have what?
Board shorts.
4 joints.
Board shorts.
Board shorts.
Trunks. Swim trunks.
He has
Oh.
trunks on. I mean, we don't see his hang gang,
Bathers?
so
Board
What
shorts.
do you call bathers? Do you call them bathers?
Swimming trunks.
Swimming trunks?
betas.
Or a
Bathers.
A bathing
I've
costume.
never
Bathing
heard
costume?
that.
Bathing costume or a cozy.
In America, you call it costume.
Bathing
In
suit.
America, it's bathing
Swim
suit.
trunks.
Swimming trunks.
Or Kupa Chagacha in Croatian.
Gotcha. Yep, there you go.
Board
What do they call
shorts?
it?
Kupa Chagacha.
Kupa Chagacha?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
The more you
Alright.
know.
Well,
What is that? Like a speedo?
No. That's bathing shorts.
Really?
you guys ready for the next hero?
I'm ready for the next hero.
Alright,
I'm
that was
choosing
a
the
warm-up.
color first,
Okay,
just
yeah.
so you know.
Loser
Alright.
chooses color first.
The next hero is Sand King.
Sand
You
King.
want the orange? Oh, you get two.
Boom.
Sand King. Again,
I got
color is not
You
doing
guys
us
have
favors.
got like
I'm
a
fine.
minute and a half.
Yeah, I
So
got this.
Get on with it.
And to be honest, like off the top of my head, I can't even think of Sand King's face.
I,
To be
I
honest,
like,
I think more of Dota 1 Sand
it's
King.
like it goes like that and then down and then it comes out a bit and then it goes back in and he's got lots of teeth and he's got eyes up here. I think he's got 4 eyes. I could be wrong.
4 eyes?
Yeah, I think it's 4. Might be 6, but he's got a lot of eyes. And his pincy little hands and his little tail and his little legs.
Not an easy one to kind of pull out from the back of the noggin there.
It's just a scorpion, isn't it, with a face? Should be easier.
How many legs does Scorpion have? Probably
They
more
are,
than 8,
they are
right?
six-legged.
Six-leg
They are
creature.
six-legged.
3 in the front, 3
Parker
in the
does
back.
not believe you. He's like,
But the front and the back. What is it? Animals have legs on the sides, like by sides, not
Are you
front
sure
and
it's
back.
6?
Yes.
Is it not an insect?
It's not an arachnid, I don't think. It's a scorpid.
A scorpid?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry if that's wrong, Twitch chat. If there's any, what do they call insect specialists? Is it etymologists? I can't remember.
I'm sure there's at least 4 of them watching.
There's- Sorry, etymologist community.
Oh, shit.
All right, 5,
Well, I don't think that's it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens
Shuts him
down.
down.
Let's see what you got.
Nah.
All right,
All right.
hold up your drawings.
Let me see how
Let's go
bad-
I win
Lacoste
this one.
first.
This,
Lacoste
color
first.
really decides
Show
who
the people
winner.
at home. Let's have a look.
All right, well, is that allowed on
Look
TV?
at this.
Is that a foot? That's not a tail.
What is
That's a
that?
giant athlete foot.
Look at this, standing in a sandstorm.
I kind of give this one to Lacoste. Not
This
gonna
is the
lie.
Dota 1 Sand King.
Oh, yeah, well,
okay.
now you say.
That's what my memory brings back.
That looks like a face hugger
This
with
is
a
little
big foot.
Full HD Sanky
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
a HD 24.
He's smiling. Sand King doesn't smile.
Yeah, this one does.
All right,
There you
okay.
go.
Now he's
I can
just
see defeat.
I
now.
kind of give this one to Lacoste.
Yeah,
not gonna
Lacoste,
lie.
it's
So we gotta have a
1-1.
third
Rub it
to
out.
settle it.
Rub it out.
Rub it out good right
All right,
there.
I'll do it then, shall I? Just puts it down.
My goodness. Wipe his board for him.
There you go, lazy boy.
You're
All
my
right.
coach.
For the tiebreaker,
What are we going to go for?
we are going to go for Bat Rider.
Bat Rider.
Bat
Rider.
Oh, I've been playing a lot of Underlords lately. And I still have no clue what he looks like.
Whoever loses,
we
whoever
got-
loses
we have a
out of
special
you two,
treat here.
Yeah, there's a special treat. Whichever of one of you loses is going to go do the Chinese broadcast, and you have to tempt a pig to your corner. And if you lose, you have to eat or drink something
Tempt?
unpleasant. Yeah.
Tempt?
Tempt.
With
Yeah.
the hand motion?
Yes.
You can tempt him like this. You've got a bowl of food. You mustn't touch the pig. All right, that's the one thing you must not do.
We're
So
pawning
whoever
off
loses,
the pig bit to him. I
whoever
love it.
loses gets that privilege.
So we'll give you just a little bit extra time because I know now you're going to try a little bit
Yeah,
harder.
now there's something on the line.
Gods, don't cheat. Don't look at my board.
We got Bat Rider.
Oh shit, his looks way better than mine.
His looks better. I can see his from here. How bad is yours, Gods?
Oh my gosh, that's Bat Rider.
It's a work in progress.
It's all right. I got the pens. There we go.
Yeah, girl.
Come on, girl.
Not as easy as it sounds.
This is
Land me
remarkable.
the orange one, please. Just for
Just
a sec.
u-
Just
use
for a
another
second.
color.
Take another round. Take another
I
round.
care
Extra
so much
effect.
about the color.
What is? Oh, he's pooping fire. Of course.
there you
Of
go.
course. Where's the rider?
Wow, Rider's coming right now.
Okay.
Alright,
The
alright.
pink rider.
All right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, lads. So nice
30?
and quick. You know what? The drink I had to drink last night on
Yeah.
for the Chinese show. We didn't show it, but if anybody watched the Chinese late game,
Yeah, we
it
did.
was. They said it was called. It had a really weird name, like Dragon Rock Fire Grass Water, something
What
like
the
that.
hell?
And I was like, okay. And it tasted like aspirin in water because it was just very sort of minerally
Fizzy?
healthy.
All right, we're done.
Water, well, a little,
Whoa,
fizzy, but not really.
whoa,
It's
whoa,
not
hold
like-
up. Are we
sorry.
done?
Okay, yep.
You're done.
3,
Lacoste.
2, 1.
Flip them.
Bat Rider.
What in the name of God?
I don't think
Wait,
you
what?
can show that on
What is
stream.
that? Where's the rider?
Erase this straight off the bat.
Stream.
Get his
We're gonna
dick
wipe
in
that
the
out.
tail.
Is
It's
that
a
what that
tail.
is?
Come on.
Is the bat? Is the
That's
rider
not
hidden
a thing.
behind?
I mean,
It's a tail.
That was all right. I mean, geez, Lacoste's is way
now look at
better.
his shooting fire.
And
out
it's-
of
Wait,
that.
is
Yeah,
there someone
boy.
on the bat rider?
That's a bat
What have you-
rider.
where's
You
your
don't even have a
rider?
rider.
Where's
That's
the
just a
rider?
bat.
The bat.
Yours looks like a vampire bat with a cock out.
I don't know what he looks like.
That's no good. You lose.
Parker's going to the Chinese
you're doing the
broadcast.
pig game, buddy.
Look at it. Look
got
at
a
the
big
teeth. Let me see the teeth. Bats don't have teeth. What are you? This is not a vampire. It looks like ogre, vampire ogre magi.
Look, I saw Lacoste's phone. He
Yeah.
had reference material.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm sorry, gods, you lost.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunate.
Cheers, gods.
I am out of beer.
Yeah,
Maybe that's the
clearly.
reason why you
can
can't
tell.
really drop.
It's all right. I'll rub that out for you. Because
Experience all
I
about
desperately
that.
want to get rid of it. That was
All right, gentlemen, we
Shocking.
appreciate you coming on and entertaining us, if you will, with your Bob Ross art skills. You clearly need a lot of work. You don't know what the hell you're looking at. You don't know what you're talking about. But we love you to death.
yeah. Cheers, lads. Thank,
Thank you for having us, boys.
Parker, enjoy the Chinese
Thank you.
broadcast.
Off your walk, chaps.
Take yourself out of here. Out of here. All right.
Cheers, lads.
Let me get all this out of here. I don't want our next guest to have to deal with this. Wah, wah.
Oh, is that Nick? Hey, what's up, buddy?
All right. Well, still
Could you get
coming
me a
at you
Tiger?
live from the Liquor
Tiger beer?
Factory here.
Tiger, please. Do you want another beer?
I'm good for now.
He's
I'm
good,
good.
okay.
Period. Hooking it up with the extra drinks. All right. But before we hop into our next set of guests, I'm hearing that we have yet another special piece of content, yet another
I don't believe it.
another edition of Egg Roulette.
Egg roulette.
Egg Roulette. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Paul, Grant, welcome to Egg Roulette. The rules of the game are simple. You will each ask each other questions, all right? If you don't want to answer the question, you can take an egg and smash it on your head. One of these eggs is raw. If you get the raw egg, you lose.
Can I eat one of them?
You cannot.
Okay.
If I also think your answer is no good, I will force you to take an egg, all right? So this is
Okay.
classic Egg Roulette. Paul,
All right.
seniority, you can go first. Ask
Okay.
Grant the question.
Question for Grant. Question that he would find hard. Grant. Back in your NA Dota days.
Paul wins.
That was easy.
Perfect. Thank you, Grant.
You're welcome.
Well done.
Oh god, don't get the yolk too.
That was really it?
Yeah, that was it.
That was really it? Did
Yep.
you even ask anything, or did
Yeah,
Grant
he
just straight
said
at the game?
he said back in your NA Dota days, and Grant grabbed the egg and slammed it on his
Oh,
head.
I
as
didn't
hard as
hear
he
that.
could. Yeah,
Grant is a wise man.
he's a wise man.
He told us here himself, Grant was a totally different type of person back in the day.
He was.
A real authentic gamer.
He
Back
was.
then, who really loved his NA Dota.
He
but-
was.
wow, man, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I would have loved to have seen where a Red Eye Grant
Yeah, it would have been an
showdown would have
interesting
gone
dynamic.
to.
I don't know how well they know each other. You know what I mean? Sometimes
why
those
I'm
can
curious.
be. Yeah, those can be interesting. Some of the more generic would you or wouldn't you or so can be tricky. But anyway.
Quite an odd couple that you were able to pull together on that one. But we have a couple that we're going to bring out right now, not so odd to be together. We have none other than Newbie's own Jack and CCNC. Can
Oh,
we get
nice.
them up here, Jack? CCNC, come
Come on up, lads.
Come on up. Big, Jack. Jack.
Good to see y'all.
Mr. KBBQ. Quinn,
Hello.
a pleasure. Cheers to you.
Likewise. Don't have a drink, but cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. All right, Corona, my man.
How's it going, lads?
Right, right.
All right.
Yeah.
You've had a day. I know it's probably been in the slums for a bit, but how are you guys feeling today?
Yeah, you're feeling okay. I mean, you know, there are aspects of TI that obviously suck, losing a lot. You know, it's you want to move on, you want to do the best you can, but there's also sort of like this fresh start aspect, you know, where at least, you know, you get a new year, you get to, you know, try new things, you learn the lessons you can maybe apply to your next year. Hopefully you're better at Dota.
Right.
You know, so there are some positive aspects.
So like what, the TI comes to an end and you're like, it's like a fresh start every year.
Yeah, it's like
Teams are going to change and all the rest
it's like
of it.
New Year's resolution of
Right.
Dota.
Well, New Year's resolutions generally don't last past January.
Well, there may be some, you know, some connections there.
Yeah.
What about you, Jack?
It's I mean it's rough. My goal obviously, you know, I want to be a part of a team and organization that wins TI, and you know, like you get really down when you lose and stuff, but then kind of think for a bit and you're like, you know, this is actually the struggle that I wanted to be a part of. You know, this is the quest that you want to like still be in. So it's hard, but you take some time and. You know, there's always hope. There's always, like Quinn says, like with every New Year's resolution, right? There's always a chance to go forward and, you know, build something that's promising, that's good, and, you know, head towards the same goal again.
It's great to hear you guys are in better spirits. I want to run it back a little bit, too. Right before TI, when you guys did the newbie transition, tell me about how that worked, because suddenly you're just shipping out to China, boot camping it up. You got one of the most prestigious names now on your chest. How is that for you? Was that weird at all? Were you just excited about the whole opportunity? What was that like?
It was definitely a little bit surprising. I didn't expect to have, you know, so many offers and such, you know, like cool orgs like, you know, newbie or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was definitely, you know, it's definitely cool to be able to represent, you know, like a Chinese org for TI, and, you know, pretty cool org too. They have some pretty cool jerseys, you know,
Yeah.
like it was pretty sick.
Jack, was this mostly your doing?
Got the connections.
So, I mean, some people say that, but ultimately they reached out to us, like a lot of other organizations. I didn't like go to them and say, you know, we want to be. One of the things that we considered is that if with the Chinese organization, we would have boot camp covered. And so what that means is, you know, we got a team house. In Newbie's case, like we had a maid who would, you know, clean all our stuff, cook like three meals a day. Like
That's nice.
She was great. She was great. Like I make sure to take it. Like, you know, she's on her like Twitter feeds as well. Like we really appreciate the contribution that she made. And so once all that stuff is taken care of, it helps a lot. Because otherwise, if you're just boot camping here, even if you get a facility, there's so many unknowns. You know, computers, where you're living, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of issues that can come up.
So
Especially
wait,
there's a typhoon as well.
The
so-
maid did Twitter as well?
Oh no, we just
Like she was in some post.
yeah, we included her on like.
Oh, I thought you said she was doing Twitter. I was like,
No,
she cooks,
no.
she cleans, she's on Twitter. I was
Where
like,
can I find her?
unbelievable.
She was the boss.
Wow.
And coming back with us to the next team for sure. She didn't take my job. Yeah, so that was good. And then there's a typhoon, and
Oh, that's right.
so that was interesting because we were in the middle of a game, and you know Curtis just went upstairs to kind of check what's going on, and he sees water coming down from like the second and third floor, and I was like, oh crap, you know, this is pretty
Jeez.
serious. We go upstairs and we find that there's the third floor, like in Yawer and Mojo's room, there's like water just coming in from the side of the window.
It's just pouring down the stairs.
Oh,
we're
no.
just-
Pouring.
We're just like, and then I'd experienced something like this last season, so I was like, yo, Curtis, we gotta get out there. So, you know, take off my shirt, we go outside with buckets, and we start bailing water off the rooftop.
Was it like
a
was a balcony or something had filled up?
Yeah,
'Cause I've
it's a
had that
balcony, but like,
before.
so it has like a drain, but during the storms, like debris, like random like
Yeah.
rocks and leaves just cover it up. So at some point, it starts to like.
Like a little swimming pool
it was-
outside your
it was
window.
insane.
Exactly. It starts coming in. So me and Curtis are just out there with buckets, just like bailing, you know, like
So
I'm
this is a
puffing and
building that
puffing.
just you guys are in, or were there other residents who are
it's
just
not-
dealing with it?
It's just us. At some point, Jack's come downstairs and he's got his shirt off and he's like soaking wet. And he's,
Oh, that sounds hot.
I need some
Oh,
towels,
man.
guys.
Don't bother right
Yeah,
now.
we're trying to take the towels to like, you know, soak up the water that's like dripping through. Worried about like the house and all that. It ended up being okay, but it was quite an experience.
Dramatic. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Wow.
That's insane.
I love the idea of Jack Curtis,
No, I mean-
get the buckets. It just runs out.
now.
Yeah.
It's time for action.
It would have made for a really interesting video or whatever if somebody had caught that somehow.
Were you shouting that while you were bailing water off the
It was
balcony?
cinematic.
Someone get a camera!
I mean, I was regretting the skipping of many back days. Let's put it that way.
Damn.
But yeah, it was great. For the first time all year, we came to a tournament where, we weren't just arriving a day or two before, so we had to adjust for jet lag. We got a chance to get in like a solid boot camp before, and it made a big difference. I think, I guess I can share this, but like our first 12, 15 matches, like we did very poorly. But then after that, once we adjusted, like we started doing really well, and we played almost all of the teams at the event. And so we were very confident coming in because we'd done well against a wide field of teams, and we were pretty confident that we could do some damage.
So, Quinn, I've got a question for you, which is that Jack's saying that adjustment period helped. When you guys are traveling all over the place doing events, does that travel just affect the way you play, and you just think, oh, geez, I'm tired, we've just jet lagged? How long does it take to just get in the zone?
I mean, it definitely affects more players, or some players more than others. Like for me personally, I haven't been like a pro that gets to go to events for that long, so like I'm not really sick of it yet. It doesn't bog me too much. I don't really get jet lagged that much. But some players, it like really bothers them. Either they hate flying, or they get super jet lagged, or like it drags on their play a lot. Maybe they have like more they have like closer relationships that like sort of drags them as well, like being away from home and stuff. I don't really have as many of those, so it doesn't like bother me so much, but it drags on people, some people pretty hard.
Now, we've made it past TI. Obviously, you gentlemen have bowed out from your performance and run, but this is where apparently things start getting pretty spicy, I hear. I've been to a fair share of TIs myself, and I have seen what they have called the Fiend.
It is
and
true.
that is just all people say is the Fiend.
Yeah.
The quick run of players who have bowed out of the tournament and are now scrambling to find out where their place might be at the next season. Do you want to elaborate a bit like what this means? Like, what is the Fiend process like?
Jack
You
is
don't have
an
to talk about
expert.
any details.
Yeah,
that happen at
no
this event,
specifics
but
about
what
teams.
is the Fiend that takes place that maybe people out there don't know?
All right, it's for TI especially, it's the Great Fiend.
The Great Fiend.
It can be all different forms. Last year we had a player come up to us after TI, and he was kind of like, "Hey, I haven't talked to my teammates too much. I wonder what's happening." And then we're just like, "Sorry, that's probably not good news for you."
He's kind of hinting like, is there a spot on your team and someone on your team?
A little bit. So it can be like that. The after party is like the Great Fiend spot.
The Great
Yeah.
Fiend, the
It's
biggest
mad.
fiend of them
You
all.
go in, you talk to some guy at the start of the night, and he's like, "Yeah, this is what's probably going to happen." End of the night, you talk to the same guy. It's like totally different.
Freaking his
you know?
dreams are shattered.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm on this team now, boys,
Yeah.
and he finds out later I have
Yeah.
no team at all.
You never see players at like a party event longer than you do after party TI because they're all sticking around for the Fiend. Right?
Yeah, they're not like women, the drinks. They're,
Yeah,
they're looking
literally
for their
just
next mission, their
grouped
next
up.
team.
Captain of this team, captain of that team, players all huddled around.
It's stressful. In some ways, it's more stressful than TI because you're thinking you're in this tight, closed, kind of dark room with loud music, and you're bumbling around trying to find people. Oh, there he is, finally. You're talking to somebody else, and you're trying to get squeeze in this conversation with him. Oh, he's already on a team. Hurry! You can,
Or you start extrapolating. Wait, I saw him talk to that guy and that guy. I better get in this now. Because there's also players that are like, I guess I can say this too, but there's some players who are kind of like package deals. I want to play with this guy.
Oh,
snap.
Like,
Usually
we only
that's-
got one spot.
Yeah.
start aligning your string
then-
board, with all the freaking different puzzle pieces attached.
Yeah.
So last TI, what happened with your guys? What was the Fiend with your team?
Come on, it was a year ago.
It was a Fiend for, obviously we decided during the tournament that we had wanted a different offlaner. It's nice to be in a position where you have like the core of your roster set because you just have so much more. You're just so much more appealing when you talk to somebody, right? So that kind of helped. And then we had a couple people who were interested, and then we tried our best to kind of objectively evaluate what that was going to be. We knew we were going to be losing a lot from not having Snaking. There's things that he brings to the table that are very unique, and then so. You try to be as objective as possible. You try to replace that, but at the same time, a lot of these things, when it comes to like fit or chemistry or personality, a lot of times you just don't know until you're actually working with the guy long term.
Yeah.
And two, some of them sometimes are just this mystical effect. You know, people you think might not get along or whatever, they actually complement each other's games very well. Or, you know, it's very hard to say, but it's, yeah, that's basically, you know.
What about for the players who are not here? Because, come on, there are great players who unfortunately didn't quite make TI. Are they just totally missing out, or are they considered at all during these Mass Fiend sessions? Or are you waiting back home just like, I'm missing on the Fiend, I'm definitely not going to get one of those top teams?
It's hard. You have to, I mean, your best form of communication is just Twitter DMing people, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, if they've just gotten knocked out, or they, you know, if they've already started talking to people, it's because it's likely the people at the event have started talking to people before you can get a DM in, or they respond.
Wow.
So you're sort of like behind the 8 ball, trying to like Twitter DM people, or maybe hoping you're desirable enough that somebody messages you. You know, that's the dream, right? Jackson talked about the position whenever you're the core of the team and you just, you know, trying to get one player. But whenever you're the one player trying to, is there a team? You know, is there a team?
Yeah.
That's sort of the experience I went through last year. And my beginning of the year was not very spectacular. So that side of it can be even more
that must be
dark
stressful.
and foreboding.
Yeah.
Are you receiving DMs the second you're eliminated?
I mean, that's the dream. I don't know if I personally am.
I didn't want to call you on the spot. I'm just saying in general, is it that fast? Like they step off from their match, they're in the corner, like, all right, I got to get this going right now.
It
could be like a day. I think generally a day is like the sort of like the unspoken rule that like you don't mess with people like the day they get eliminated.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that there's a little bit of respect.
You can't come right in and be like, oh, so about them sweet tickets, you know, like,
Sorry about the match. So have you?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We're just going to quickly take a look because God's lost the pig game and they're going to make him eat something. So
he lost apparently.
Okay, so you're gonna take the punishment.
Let's listen in.
And Tanya will get the prize.
Yes.
好，接下来我们请工作人员帮我们把惩罚，我先给我们
This is
Tanya
the prize,
奖
right?
赏，对对对。
Oh my god.
So she gets the treat.
上海新鱼 ，This is the Shanghai spiced smoked fish.
Is it very spicy?
Is that like some kind of bony fish? Is it pork belly?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like
Is that the bad
It's really
dish or the
good.
good dish?
A little bit
That's the good
sweet,
one.
right?
Seems to be enjoying it.
So that's the good one.
今天的惩罚应该是我们最近以来最严厉的一道食物。
And he's saying to Parker, you're screwed, buddy.
Today is the
I hope you have not a big gag reflex.
He literally said that to me one time.
Okay.
It's all right.
那接下来我们请工作人员帮我们把惩罚带到台上。
Oh, here we
And
go.
this is
Oh
your
my- I hope it's an eyeball.
punishment.
What is that?
It is a kind of Chinese herb. It's called folded
Oh, that's not so bad. Wait, is it stinky?
It's an herb?
Okay.
I don't think it's stinky tofu. It's just
No, I already did the sticky tofu.
Whoa.
Oh, they're all laughing.
他们都非常的震惊。
I feel so
Kind of
bad.
herb, she
Yes.
said.
Although
It looks like it's
a
just
kind of
bean
Chinese
curd with
herb,
like
but-
Maybe it leaves your breath
Chinese.
stank or something like that.
Whoa, what are they shouting about?
He's trying to pull a fast one saying he won suddenly.
OK， 我陪你。
Eat it, Parker.
我
Eat
觉
it.
得呢，刚刚是一个非常好的征兆，代表它终究是一头中国猪，对不对？
Don't try too much. Try only one of them.
No, no.
他也是可能也是我们老干爹的粉丝，所以给了你一点面子
What
，Give it a
kinds of
try。
foods have we seen?
It's been
I'll
very
tell you. Look,
tame.
he's eating it.
Okay.
哦。
It must have some
Give him a drink.
sour ass late taste
How do you
right
feel
there.
about it? Tasty? Not at all.
Very sour.
Very sour.
bitter. Yeah.
OK，有点苦又有点酸，我很想要让我们的地
He's
铁
like, I
老
was
师，
not
你
signing
们
up
想
for
看地
this
铁
to
老
come
师
on the
品尝
show.
一下吗？
Is this like a
有请地
is this
铁
like
老
a
师。
warning shot across the
过
bow?
分了，过分了。
They
I'll
say
tell you in a
he
sec.
is going to finish the dish.
No.
Okay.
我多吃一口好吧，别干了，别干了，兄弟。
Let's see if he handles it better than Parker.
Gonna eat
要
some as
吃
well.
2大口。
Let's see.
Oh, he doesn't
应
see
观众
that.
知道，喂，别
Keep it
在
down.
镜头前呢，吞下去，
Oh, he really wants to spit that
可
out.
以的，
Too bad.
你可以的。
我
I
可
gotta
以
say,
的。
Parker
Shit.
kind of handled it a little bit better.
我
Oh.
再一口，再一口，再一口，
再一根好吧，最后一根了，不能再多了，
All right.
不能再多了。
For seconds?
One more. He has to eat the
One
other
more.
Oh, he's acquired
You
the
want to give it a
taste.
try?
No, 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 no,
no,
thank you.
Good
I'm good.
choice.
I'm good.
Good choice.
I'm still enjoying my fish.
OK，好，那这边地铁老师跟我们分享一下，就是到
Oh,
底
they
这
are
个味道
not
，Good
happy.
fun. Parker stuck. Apparently, it had been escalating as far as grossness
Yeah.
or whatever.
So-
What
so-
did you have on the first day?
The first day, it was like a Peking duck spring roll sort of thing for the winner, and stinky tofu for the loser, which is like tofu that's been fried and then soaked in fermented something or other. It was right. It wasn't that bad. The second day, I didn't do it. I sent slacks in my stead. The third day, the winner got like a delicious iced tea kind of drink, and the loser had to drink something that tastes like aspirin dissolving in water. Still wasn't that bad. Parker got screwed over today, which means if I have to do it tomorrow, it's going to ramp up even more. Jack, what would be the worst thing they could possibly give me?
Yeah, worst local dish.
That I'd be like, no.
You said something about a 1,000-year-old egg?
Yeah, this I guess I don't. The English I guess call it the century egg or whatever. You might have to eat that. If you have to eat the whole egg, it tastes kind of weird.
Is it actually 1,000 years old?
No, that would be pretty cool. That would be vintage, like in the cellar.
I don't think you'd want to eat it.
that would be that would be awesome if it was. No, it's not like that.
Oh. 900 years old.
What else is there that's kind of? Yeah, I don't know. I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be all right. You might recoil a little bit.
Anything that's alive, I won't eat.
Alive? No, not really. I don't think at least in this part of China, there's not too much like live food.
Okay. All right.
So
All right.
Then I'll do
you're in
it.
luck. No balut or anything like that.
No.
Fair enough. Let's roll back a bit. Thoughts on the new hero coming out? It was announced today. I already forgot the name again. I want to say Spitfire.
Snapfire.
Max?
Snap.
Snapfire.
Snapfire?
Snapfire.
see
Did
it?
you see the trailer?
I saw the trailer like right before I came over here.
We know as much as you then.
Yeah.
Literally the
nothing
trailer.
about the hero.
Well, how does it affect the way you guys play with these new heroes? Because obviously you want to play them in pubs and stuff, but it's pointless until they add it to captain's mode.
Yeah, I'm sort of the belief that playing the new heroes whenever they're broken is very toxic. So I just let them be until they're very near captain's mode or in captain's mode.
Okay.
But they're going to be in all your pubs.
They are.
Yeah, so doesn't it change? You're like, geez, if this Snapfire hero wasn't here, we could actually have a decent game of Dota.
I'm not a fan of
No.
new heroes.
Yeah, me neither, Quinn. Let me tell you, they're always broken.
Got to get into play, though, if you want to balance them at the end of the day.
Yeah,
though,
that's
so
true.
You're just going to have to suffer through your pub.
I am looking forward to it because when you get it, it's fun.
Yeah.
For the first month or so, you just win every game. But
Does it feel like there's any sort of void in the hero roster, like we're lacking additional range cores or strong supports or anything like that, that you'd wish that IceFrog kind of blessed a bit more of? Like maybe a certain category of hero that you wish there was a better variety of? Initiators, anything like that?
That's a pretty good question, but I don't know if I have a response, to be honest. I think there are sometimes of heroes we have too many of.
I mean, it's true. We have like, what, 105 or something like that?
What are the heroes we have too many of?
Anything related to techies or alchemists, say.
Oh, that just changed the whole economy
I think
of the
there's
game?
too many of them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too sad to see both of those heroes.
Yeah, I'm down.
kicked
Brood
out.
2, maybe.
Yeah, get rid of Brood.
Sweep them out.
Yeah, get rid of them.
It's probably too soon to speak, but
Whatever
I don't
makes
think
for a
she's like
scary
special
auto loss potential draft is
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah.
I make
Sweat this,
more
sweat
money
that.
than you. Lol.
Yeah. That's literally the hero. Yeah.
So before we kind of wrap things up and we talked a bit about the Fiend, have you heard anything about big changes to come? You don't have to talk about anything describing, but are you forecasting there are teams that are going to be some fans out there? Are there going to be heartbroken? Are there fans out there that are going to be experiencing whole new rosters? Are there big changes to come for some of the mightiest squads out there?
I like this because I love speaking in riddles.
Of
but
course.
Please do.
Yo, let me. All right, I'm not gonna drop anything too fiendish. Let me just say, there's some big dominoes that have yet to fall. Okay, but I think there's gonna be some pretty large changes this season. Some pretty large changes.
Pretty
Like
large
some
changes.
Large
seismic, like some 8.0 Richter scale type changes.
Oh my goodness.
You've heard those rumblings.
Yeah, yeah.
Western
The
scene,
tectonic
Eastern
plates
scene?
have started
Yeah,
to shift.
no, the plates are moving. Plates are
Wow.
moving. So
Western side, Eastern side, both.
Oh,
I think
side fiend.
I'm trying to isolate a little bit.
Yeah.
more. I think based on what I've heard, more Western side. More Western side.
More Western
the Eastern side. So I mean, I guess I'll talk about this. It's kind of hard because in China at least, players are it's very expensive to acquire players. And so it's often hard, even if they want to make a move.
True.
The organization has to sign off, the player has to sign off. You got to pay a huge transfer fee. You might have to just loan the player instead.
Sounds
It's
like
not
having
that
to get the tickets for lunch and dinner
Right?
and breakfast.
Sign it. Here's my blood type.
Yeah. Everything's stamped in triplicate and 5 different kinds of number.
It's not easy, but for Western team, it's a little bit more free flowing. And so, you know, hey, I don't want to play with this guy. I want to play with that guy. You might just get your wish, and then.
Do you wish that was something that was applied to the Western scene as well? Maybe something you can answer where it was that complex that you're contracted
that
in,
you're
and you have to
literally
be bought
owned
out,
by a
or do you love the fiend? I'm off. I'm over there.
I'm down to keep my freedom.
Yeah.
Keep the freedom. Okay.
I'm down for that. It's what
Being
America's
able
all
to jump
about.
from
You
team
know?
to team without having to be too locked in. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Keeps things exciting on the Western scene, and I like that. Well, anything else you'd like to close off with, Ted? Any final questions for our fine newbie lads here before we let them go?
Nothing that they could say on camera.
All right, fair
Sadly.
enough. We'll keep
We'll
it
save
up.
that.
Yeah, we'll save that for the post-show fiend in the pub. The pub fiend.
Well, gentlemen, it was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you,
Cheers to
chaps, for
Thank you
coming
so
on.
much for
Cheers to
coming
you
on.
both. Yeah,
Cheers
clink,
to you, Quinn.
clink, clink.
You,
There
Jack.
you go.
It's been great, but we'll see you later. Get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
Great
bugger-
hanging out with you.
You're kicked from the
If you could
table
just
team.
please-
Yeah, just go walk
If
off.
you could
That's
just,
fine.
just
Clear
please,
off. Kicked.
Thank you. Just please go away.
Oh.
There it is, another one in the books, Perian. What, day number 4. Can you believe it? 2 days left, and
God,
we're all
it is.
done.
It is, isn't it? It always goes so fast, you know? Well, I always forget what day it is, what games we've had, what games we've got to come, where we are in the tournament.
Do we even know what's happening tomorrow? I'm sure there's hype matches to come. Top 6 situation. I believe Secret and Liquid and Vici all in the lower bracket.
Yeah. So let me think. The games we've got left would be the final, the lower bracket final, the upper bracket final.
The rematch, yeah. OG versus LGD. I
So
think that
the-
match is not happening tomorrow.
No. I think the final day is just, is it lower bracket final?
I think it's upper lower final. I want
Wow.
to say. I'm
We
not
got
too
quite a
sure
few
early
games
on.
left then. We
But we're
must
getting
do.
down to the bitter end. People are getting restless here.
Things are kicking off
Party's
here.
just getting
Yeah.
started. It's a shame because
Oh,
it's
man.
been quite a while.
That's all right. All right, looks like we're going to be here for a while yet, having a
All
few
right.
beers. We're going to have to leave you guys. Sorry about that.
But it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll go ahead and see you tomorrow for another late game edition with myself and Perion.
Thanks
Cheers.
for watching.
Have a good night.